events, and issues shaping our community. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Hi, Spiro Canton here with Comcast Newsmakers on the plaza of the state capitol. It's Children's Week, and that's when all the legislators and the child advocates get together. Something that's very effective for children's issues. To talk about that type of dynamic is Adam Ray, Communications and Alliances for the Pearson Foundation. And thank you very much for joining us. This sort of gathering, really more effective than going out individually and talking to legislators, right?
It certainly is, because Spiro, an event like this brings children and families into the state capitol. And that's important for policy leaders to see and be with those children. And really more importantly, I think it's important for those children to be with the state leaders. It's not always the case that children have direct experience with the state capitol or get to meet their political leaders, and civic awareness is an important skill in the 21st century for children.
When we talk about all the child advocates that just blitzed Tallahassee during this week, is that something that actually legislators look forward to, or is it a little bit intimidating for them?
Well, I think it's a bit of both, of course. I think that legislators actually really like being with children. Honestly, Spiro, who doesn't like being with children?
And puppies, yes.
And puppies. It's a fun day. I think that they look forward to it. I think that there's a little pressure, but they all care about these issues deeply, and I think that they all appreciate having one focused time on the calendar to pay attention to them.
The Pearson Foundation, maybe many people out there haven't heard about it, but your initiatives, really childhood early development, correct?
Yes, well, the Pearson Foundation is the corporate foundation for Pearson, which is the world's largest and leading education and media company. And the Pearson Foundation specifically focuses on those things that Pearson as a business can't do in society at large. And issues like early childhood development, literacy, youth leadership, teacher quality, those are really our key issues.
And books. Books are big for you. Making sure that people have reading material in the home. You see, that's a key to literacy.
It absolutely is a key. In fact, last year, Spiro, we did a poll, the Pearson Early Childhood Education Literacy Poll, in which we found some really interesting statistics. The exciting news was that 95% of Americans understand that early childhood education is important for the success of children and families. But the thing that they didn't know was that low-income families disproportionately lacked books. Almost 2/3 of low-income families have no books, and only 25% of Americans knew that.
And that's directly linked to not only literacy, but also the development of a child and the fact that if he might take a good turn or a wrong turn in the future.
That's absolutely right, and it's easy to overlook simple things like that we all take for granted. But if you look into a low-income home, you don't find books very often, and that's one thing that we at the foundation feel like we can raise awareness about.
And when we talk about that, it's interesting because there's so much links that take place with juvenile delinquency that takes place and literacy. Most of the juvenile delinquents really can't read or write. They have problems in school.
And all of those issues, all of those very challenging and important social issues that we encounter in older children, if you look back to the earliest years, those couple of years when a child's just pre-kindergarten, reading to a child in that period of their life makes a very substantial difference in their lifelong success.
And it sounds like it's such a simple solution, doesn't it? Just taking time out to read a book.
Well, I mean, really, that's the good news. I mean, we face so many problems in society at large, and it's really comforting when you find something like this, where the good news is, read to children now. It's very easy and it's fun.
And one of your key programs is?
Jumpstart's Read for the Record. That's an awareness campaign that happens every year. This year, October 7th. Last year, in October, over 150,000 Floridians read on that day, and we set a world record every year for the largest shared reading experience.
Really?
That's
Is it one book?
It's one book. This year, it's The Snowy Day by Jack Ezra Keats.
All right, we'll go out and get it right now. Well, thanks very much. This hour's newsmaker, Adam Ray. He's in charge of communications and alliances with the Pearson Foundation. I'm Spiro Canton here, and we're here for Children's Week in the plaza of the state capitol in Tallahassee. And we thank you all for making us a part of your day. Bye-bye.